A lot has happened in modern art during the past decades, which falls under the purview of scrutinizing, and a panoramic view of it will help us to grasp the magnitude and aura of how modern Nigerian artists have used their artist idiom to mirror and develop Nigeria. Panorama is a picture or series of pictures of a landscape or a continuous service encircling the spectators. A picture unrolled in such a way as to give the impression of a continuous view. Now, such was the view of the pictures that I saw at the residence of Anila Adnan. Take a look. Anilla Adnan is a Pakistani artist who arrived in Nigeria in 1978 with her parents. She grew up in Borno State and attended secondary school in Bidda, Niger State. The mother of two daughters holds a master's degree in graphic design, a member of the Female Artists Association of Nigeria, and also the president of Pakistani Women Association in Nigeria. Anila has over 20 years experience in teaching and practicing art.
You know, when I've been doing this interior work and art, I was an art teacher also, but I always wanted to be part of the, artists association. I didn't know there is a female artist and there's a male art, they're separate. But I wanted to be in that stream. So when I displayed my work and, they really liked my work and they put on the, catalog also. It was it was very prominent. Also, they were in the these hoardings and there was posters and all that. The more you work, the more you get the courage. In the beginning, you start with a small brush, with a small canvas or paper. I got this courage by working in a school in Pakistan. That was a city school. I had a headmistress. Her name was Zubaida Khalil. She was a very strict woman, and that time I never used to like her because she would call me every time when I'm going home. When the school is closing, she would call me, okay, Anila, do this assignment. And I had small children that time and I wanted to go, but she had to give me, I had to do because boss is always right. So that increased my speed, and when you have so much work and the time is short, you have to do so much. So you have to find ways how to improve your speed. For small surface, like on the smallest canvas, it takes longer time because you are using very small brush and it takes days and days and days. But if it's a mural, I can complete in 2 days. Like this mural, I did maybe 2 days, and I don't do continuously. I take breaks. I just do a few strokes, then I take a pause. I take tea, coffee, then the bigger the surface is more, I feel more myself.
She experiments on every possible medium she comes across. Most especially, she enjoys the art of recycling, gardening, paper mache, stained glass, interior decoration, fabric painting, stenciling. But most memorable are her large murals. She did horticulture for the Pakistani embassy in Abuja and also put up stalls for the annual bazaar for charity her association holds annually. A lover of humanity, in 2017, the Pakistani Women Association raised funds for an orphanage home in Enugu State.
This was a charity bazaar, and we had a target of making around 4 million, but we gathered for around 4.5 million naira. And we gave to the old homes in Enugu. They were really in need of making renovate their place. We don't look at it that it should be only for Christians or Muslims, because we are doing for humanity. This idea came because I thought the country you are living, we have to offer to the country something, because we are living here for so many years and the people deserve something, that we should do something for them as well. Artist is born. It's not, you cannot go to university and learn anything. You can learn, you can be a doctor, you can be an engineer by you're going to university. But you cannot learn art. It's a skill and it's a talent. That is, I think you are born with it. So when I was a little child, I used to decorate my whatever I could at my own age. I would pick flowers and I would decorate on the table side, and the whole house was like under me. My mother used to just give me just space. Okay, you go ahead, go do anything you want to do. I started doing on every medium, every surface, every style, color, whatever I got. From paper to tin cans and feathers, glass, everything that I see, I just want to work on it. This is a plate, ordinary plate. Then I bought shells, and a bunch of shells. Then these are cowrie beads I got from local market. Then I designed it into a decorative piece of art. The same cowrie beads, this is a mat, the jute bag, bags you make, the wheat bags. So this jute I took from there, and the local beads they use for jewelry, and the cowrie beads. This is also something. This is something like boat, they are selling in the local market. And this is wood I just took from the roadside, and the beads. I always, mix the things together. This wire I got, also is not the one they are selling in the market, but any wire. There are electric wires, If you peel the plastic part, there are the wires, maybe copper or bronze. So because they are very thin, then you can make design and you can add to this and make something like that. Okay, this table. I went to the these people who are selling the firewood, I went to the shop and I told them to slice the pieces of wood. So I brought it, I went to the carpenter, I told him to put the legs. Then I designed, anything you can design. I made so many tables for my multicultural bazaar. Then I did acrylic. After doing acrylic, we have to spray it with the, fixative to fix the colors. So it's a, coffee table, you can use it anywhere, you can put it in your drawing room. This is a 3D painting. This is again, I mix the cultures, like most of it is Nigerian, motifs. I used these bamboos, the bamboos, cutouts of bamboos. Then I made the giraffe with paper, and then I used glass. Also there are, these skewers, we make barbecue. The glass and the, I made a stone with the paper mache and the jute. And this is the real wood. I take pieces of, the wood bark, then I fix it on the wall, on the paper mache with glue. So this is African, like a jungle scene. So this is it. I wanted to make something that will complement with my other wall work. So there were cushions, they were simple, so I thought of doing something that will complement my other interior work. So I made, with silk paints, I made birds on both of these. And this is origami. So I used paper also, you can use old used paper also. You can use the back of the paper. There's a folding technique. You can make so many different designs with the origami. So I did this also. I would suggest that the government or people at private level, they should make some institutions where the children go and learn new techniques and new types. Not only art. There are so many fields in art. They can do construction work, artwork, or they can learn swimming or singing or music and so many things. But actually, what is the problem is that the places are so expensive. Mostly the fees are so high that maybe the parents cannot afford. So if the government arranges such places, I think the average parents can afford that. There's a type of art that is called graffiti. If the government, on government level, or people who are influential, they can hire people, the young artists, they can give them jobs to do that type of art. That is the type of art that they do on walls, public walls, buildings, public or private buildings, malls, maybe railway stations and all that. There are few artists. There are few artists who come and do work on large scale on the walls. In that way, I think you can hire the young artists and allow them to work and give them opportunities. And mostly, I would suggest that the people should encourage young artists and buy their works and promote them and assist them, instead of buying expensive paintings of already famous artists. Why don't you support the young growing artists?
Anila's father wanted only doctors and engineers in the family, which made her to start out as a medical student, but along the way, she changed her course to fine arts. An active member of the Female Artists Association of Nigeria, she has participated in exhibitions within and outside Nigeria. Her mural works and other art pieces embellish public and private spaces globally.
My name is Anila
Taya Hassan,
and I spread love through my art.
Keep watching. Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep watching.
Visual impressions.
Visual impressions. Visual expressions.
On NTA.
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 Now let's take today's question on the Break Teaser segment. And the question for today is: Clet Abraham is a renowned A. pastry artist, B. road sign artist, C. cartoonist, and D. Photoshop artist. B is the correct answer. Clet Abraham. Clet Abraham is the French artist and sculptor who prowls city streets at night with a pack of removable vinyl stickers, looking for road signs to modify. Clet Abraham's whimsical alteration of Europe road signs take care not to alter the main function signs because he uses stickers, but he is still able to wake up attention and create dialogue. The 48-year-old native of Brittany has a particular predilection for no-entry signs. He usually works at night when he is unlikely to get caught. He props his bicycle against the post, stands on it, and applies the stickers, which literally takes only 10 seconds. His girlfriend was arrested in Osaka, Japan, on charges of vandalism of road signs and breaking road traffic laws. He stylized a no-entry sign and dedicated the artwork to his partner. Lofan Kwahol, a graduate of fine arts from Ahmadu Bello University, is also doing a similar thing here in Nigeria. When asked, she said using road signs as an art in Nigeria for her is one of the fastest ways to communicate and educate people on road signs, because knowing about the common road signs is not enough. One must be able to recognize them immediately and obey them without hesitation.
I draw highway codes on my canvas and then I invite people to participate, to write the meaning of these highway codes on my canvas. It's a public participatory art. These road signs are very expressive, and the artist, whoever did it, I know it was reviewed by FRC, Federal Road Safety Commission, and this road safety is a thing that has been there worldwide because the world uses roads, so every country is imbibing it to make sure that drivers can use the road safely. And these highway codes, of course, I'm sure it's an artist who must have used, because they're artistically illustrative, you know, to show signs. Like if you see some of the signs, like zebra crossing, you could see the zebra crossing part and the human being on the zebra crossing part and all that. So they're already very expressive enough, and they have functions. So what interests me is to know this function and to see how these functions can be applied and how effectively they are used, not just for mere aesthetics. They are functional.
I'm very happy for people like her who wants to participate, to enlighten people and educate people more on these traffic signs, because they are very, very important. Those signs are to guide us and then help us to use the roads safely.
Of course, it's nice. It's making some people understand how they drive, how they work, and how they do things. Actually, it's good for people that drive, because in this our country, many people drive. You just see when you enter express, you see accidents everywhere. In streets, you see as people jumping, jumping all this because of they don't know the work of this.
The importance of an in-depth knowledge of road signs and signals in Nigeria cannot be overemphasized. As a matter of fact, it should be known to every driver that it is compulsory for them to have it, because road signs and signals are formulated to ensure a smooth and safe traffic flow. Except for stop, give way, and roundabout signs, most regulatory signs are depicted with rectangles. Warning signs tell us of the danger ahead. They are usually black on yellow background and are mostly diamond-shaped.
The matter is that I believe that a lot of road users really don't know the implications of not using the road properly. You understand? I feel that as a father or as a road user, it is important that everybody living with you should know the importance of road usage.
It saves life. Whatever saves lives is very profitable. Just like the dummy I have on the ground, because a driver didn't know the zebra crossing sign, he ran the lady down. And it happens every day. I'm just bringing the consequence of not knowing these signs live to my art, like real life. So it's very profitable because it's an intervention to save lives. Nigerians, most especially, 90% of us are road users, both passengers and drivers. So it's very important we know how to use these highway codes. Yes, I derive joy because I'm bringing consequences to real life. The consequences of a faulty decision of not knowing this highway code, I'm bringing it to the foreground. Like now, everybody's working, there's no accident, so everybody's enjoying themselves. But I'm using my art to bring it out. This thing is a serious matter. For the fact that you've not seen a dead body yourself, that doesn't mean it cannot happen if we don't adhere to these road signs. So it's very, very important, and I'm trying as much as possible to use my art as a social tool to foster this campaign that road safety has been doing on their own all these years. They've been doing a very good job, and as an artist I also want to do that with my art, and that's what I've been doing. This is why most times if you check the venues I use, I always use the first time I used front of Use Market where there's high foot traffic and there were a lot of drivers that day. Now I'm using outside Jabi Park, lots of drivers. I also use, I did it in an art workshop at Agbarata in Delta State where we had a lot of artists too, you know. So I'm always looking for places where I can actually meet people firsthand. It's not in the urban area, cocktail, wine, no, but I want to meet everybody at the grassroots. I'm taking it outside my studio.
Silhouettes of Words is an exhibition organized by Bankole, an artist who uses words to create simple visuals to express himself because he believes in the power of words.
Silhouettes of Words, that's a theme for today's this particular exhibition, Silhouettes of Words. And it's a collection of different paintings inspired by religion, Christianity to be specific, and it's showcasing some of the most fantastic innovations or innovative designs I've ever worked with or ever seen. Using the paper to build crucifix, doing a mirror and console that actually interacts with you. Having a chair that carries a history of architecture and theology. All these are great collections that one would want to have in their homes or in the public place or their corporate.
Okpolo happens to be my favorite of his works, and it is so because it's crafted around African sayings. And the genesis of it's a Yoruba proverb that has to do with the wisdom and the uses of the frog. And the artist has taken time to explore and explain the inspiration behind the work. And so I connect with it because of the rich African values that are embedded in the work. He has the message of patience and persistence. And of course, there are other values that can be learned from the frog, you know. And there are some things that I did not get to know, but interacting with this work laid the frog bare to me, you know. That's a story which he always tells about an interaction between the frog and the snake, and how the frog was able to lure the snake to its death in preserving its own life because it does not have what it takes to confront the snake.
What I like very well with his works is that most of the works are dual. So if you have it in your house, one moment it's upside down, you look at it as upside down. The next moment you can still turn it and it will still speak.
You would think that if it's an exhibition with a religious bias, it would be very preachy, but it's not preachy. It just states things the way they are. We all know about the Last Supper. It's one of the most famous paintings in the history of art. And yet, what he's done is to revisit that same idea of the painting of the Last Supper of Christ and his disciples, but then he's put it in a different context now. Texts from the New Testament, especially from the first 4 books in the New Testament, talking about Jesus and the disciples, and he's put that into there. So this gives it a totally new dimension, and he talks about the symmetry of colors or the wavy pattern of colors in terms of how he has dressed the apostles, so that there's a rhythm in terms of the color scheme. So pretty interesting.
I think the way God has engineered me, I always forge ahead, and I won't stop at just being satisfied with one design. So that has gotten me to getting my designs to have multi-dimensional views. But really, it also stemmed from the research I was doing with the drum. The drum is a circular surface, and sometimes you cannot really tell which is up, which is down, because it's circular. And that was when I decided to start evolving my designs, that wherever, however you place it, it still makes sense to me.
even though in his works you will clearly see a reflection of African art juxtaposed with Christianity. He still tries to find a perfect balance, but this is the first time he is having an exhibition with a religion undertone, which he called it from the Bible. The crucifix are displayed and depicted in different forms. This exhibition is a build-up for the next display of his collections on the times and life of Christ. We have seen different forms of art today, and I'm sure the road sign art, which was quite educative and daring. The ingenious works of Anila, which I'm sure left an impressive impression on all of you. And not to mention the magical pieces done by Anila, who is actually a package of creativity on her own. Thank you so much for having your time today. I hope to see you again next time on Visual Impressions. I'm Oma Mohammed, and I'm going to say bye for now.